How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SOS and we're going to be talking about EBON. But like we do in our videos, before we even get started with that, we need to take a look at what is the price action looking like for the coins that we want to know, what we need to know about in regards to our stocks in the crypto space. So first and foremost, we could definitely see that Bitcoin is doing a great job in regards to its recovery. It's definitely looking really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing some more moves to the upside as this week progresses. And as I was saying to you guys, I'm looking forward to seeing that 60K range being revisited either by this weekend or by next week. Now, for Ethereum is following in the same fashion, doing a great job, showing some strong recovery. Now I see it's actually going back, supporting, consolidating. You'll see it up on the screen from the drop that it made. But hey, this is good. We're seeing recovery. This is what we want to see. And now for Dogecoin, there's definitely has been a strong sell-off, but you could definitely see it has tested the area of support right around that 30-cent level. So it'll be interesting to see if that area actually holds up going forward. So I will be keeping an eye on that and keeping you guys updated as well. So the agenda for today. So for the agenda, we're going to be going over SOS. They had a recent press release that came out, and you know what? I'm just super excited. You can see about a smile on my face. I can't wait to share that with you guys. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. We're also going to be doing one for EBON. We're going to go over the press release for SOS, and we're also going to be taking a look at SOS's short interest and as well as its institutional ownership. It's been a minute. There's been some updates, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. And I'll give you guys my final thoughts afterwards. So let's get into those videos. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for EBON International. So let's take a look at the overall performance on the day. So ended up closing at $4.16, being down 3.93% on the day. We ended up seeing lows tested of $3.95 and also seeing a high of $4.26. So the one thing that we want to do when we look at this chart is take a look at some possible areas and how well it was dealing with support. So as you can see here at this $3.95 level, it recovered fairly quickly, and that's something that we definitely really wanted to see, because we kind of said, hey, $4 is the floor for EBON, especially since it had quite a bit of a run from last week in Dogecoin. So the fact that it was able to close above that $4 level is something that is good to see. We could also see right here, especially as of late, we have some support right here at this $4.50 level. So it finishing above it is something definitely good to see. Will we continue to have some more upside in regards to EBON as the week progresses? Something, yeah, we want to actually take notice of, and if it does happen, we can continue to start seeing a trend. But for the most part, is continuing to look bearish. So the fact that it's continuing to look bearish, we really want to see how well it could actually hold up the low on the 52-week range here that you see at $3.80. So that would be an area to really keep an eye on if it ends up actually testing that particular area. Because if that area does end up breaking, then I definitely do see this stock going down quite a bit and getting close into the $3.50 level. But for now, as we see, we are below all of the indicators. RSI is looking fairly decent. It's literally right around right on that 40 line. But I want to start seeing some moves for EBON to start moving back up and reclaiming at least back into this $5 area. You can see this is an area of resistance as well. But once you can build some support and some consolidation, this does become an area that we could use to actually get back onto the 100-day and get back into this $6 range. So we're now on the official SOS website. We're going to be going over the recent press release that came out earlier today. SOS enters into a purchase agreement for 575 cryptocurrency mining rigs. SOS announced today that the company has entered into an agreement to purchase 575 cryptocurrency ETH mining rigs. Under the terms of the agreement, the company is expected to obtain approximately 400 GH of ETH hash rate. The mining rigs are expected to be delivered on or about April 30th, 2021. This purchase is another step in implementing SOS's cryptocurrency mining strategy. The company is pleased it has been able to secure mining capacity during this global mining equipment shortage. Mr. Yang Dang Wang, CEO of SOS, commented, "We are optimistic about the future of cryptocurrencies and Ethereum in particular. This is part of our overall strategy to develop blockchain-based environments and services, and which will be a core part of our growth in 2021 and beyond." Definitely great news. The fact that they're going to be mining some more Ethereum and so forth just actually gives them more of a competitive advantage. And we want to see that being reflected in the stock price, especially as the months go by. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. So let's take a look at the overall performance on the day. So we ended up closing the day at $4.32, being up 8.82% on the day. As far as what ranges we tested, on the low we ended up testing $3.54, and on the high we ended up testing $4.47. So as soon as when we take a look at this chart right here, you could definitely see we have some area of resistance right at this $4.50 level. So passing this particular area can definitely contribute to a strong move where we catch to the next area of resistance we have here right around $4.60. Once we're able to get past this $4.60 level, you could definitely look forward to seeing a strong move getting to $5, where we end up seeing another resistance area, as you can see on the chart there. But one of the things we want to look out for, we saw that it ended up actually having some strong support bouncing right off that $3.54 area. And due to the catalyst that just came out, I want to see SOS actually stay above the $4.30. If it could do that going into the close, so after hours, then definitely it's looking very bullish going in for tomorrow, and seeing it get into that 450 and that 460 area. That would be great. So now on Fintel.io, we're going to be taking a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for SOS. So in total, in regards to institutional owners, they have about 18. And as we scroll down on the page, we already know green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. If we take a look as of late, April the 19th, so this was yesterday, we have two institutions that are definitely bullish on SOS. We could see the amount of shares that they're holding right here. And if we go from April the 12th and moving forward, there's definitely has been some interest. So they're seeing some upside movement in SOS, and this is great to see and great to know if you are a shareholder. So let's move on to the short interest information right here. So the short volume ratio is around 13%. So it's fairly low, and this is of the date of April the 19th as well, so that's not taken into consideration today. Short shares availability, it is at 0, and this is at April the 20th. So this is most recent data updated 5 minutes ago. So another great thing to be aware of. If we take a look at the short borrow free rate, it is currently not available. I will pull up iBorrowDesk on my phone when I do the video for today for you guys so you can see that. So the short volume ratio, we take a look at the previous history. 13 is definitely fairly low, but we did have 8.21 back on April the 6th as well. So just taking this into consideration, we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on this. And for anyone who's holding shares of SOS, I do see some upside, and that's part of the reasons why we do these continuous updates, so you're aware and you're not panicking and you have conviction in your play. So for my final thoughts for SOS, this is the news you want to hear when you are a shareholder. They are focusing on improving the business. They are focusing on making sure they have an even stronger competitive advantage inside of the space. So anyone who has been holding shares, this is definitely some great news to see, especially since we've been seeing a big time pullback in a lot of crypto stocks, and SOS was the one that ended up being green today. That also makes me want to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just make sure when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. When I was covering the short interest information, there were some things that were missing, and I'm going to put it up on the screen right now, and we're going to talk about it. So what we're going to be talking about is the short borrow free rate, and as far as how many short shares are available. So going on iBorrow, it says that the short borrow free rate is now at 30.5%, and as far as short shares available, it is around 7,000, and this is as of 3:15 p.m. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what that looks like for tomorrow. But for the most part, the price action we saw from SOS was great to see, and I definitely want to see SOS be able to make those moves to the upside and get back into that $5 level. And I do see this happening if Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to have momentum and making moves to the upside to catch back up to 60. In regards to EBON, like I said, it suffered a similar fate, just like a lot of other crypto stocks in regards to pulling back even further in price. We saw some momentum parts during the day, but again, it ended up closing the day lower. And for EBON, they're like the one-stop shop for everything. They make their chips, they mine, they also have their own exchange. Again, a lot of growth potential in EBAN International. So that's part of the reasons why I have high conviction in that play also. So the price that you're currently seeing, it's definitely at a great deal. And if it pulls back even further, even more opportunities to capitalize. If you believe you have high conviction that these two companies are great, or maybe you prefer one over the other, then think about taking a position, because I do believe when it comes to the end of this year, especially when Bitcoin ends up hitting 100K, Ethereum hitting all-time highs and so forth, and as well as Dogecoin making some resurgences and so forth, EBON will definitely be in a good spot, and as well as SOS will be in a good spot to benefit from this. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll be talking to you guys real soon. Peace.